Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Very excited for today's beer. It's a mystery beer, courtesy of the guys from Nerdsense. Thank you so much, guys from Nerdsense. Thank you for Matt from Massive Beer Reviews for popularizing it and being totally cool with us all calling them mystery beers like you do. Except Joe from the Beer Patrol. He calls them whodunits because he wants to be different. So yeah, really excited about this. The first one I did okay on. Second one I feel pretty good. There's this flavor profile that I knew was there, and I kept being like, I don't know what this adjunct is, and then it ended up being a Baltic porter, like a very big one, not a stout like I was thinking, aged in bourbon barrels. So I felt pretty good about everything except like I couldn't place that flavor. But now I'm kind of getting to learn like that's that Baltic porter taste, and that's what's different between that style and something like a bigger stout. Anyway, really excited to do this one, number three from these guys, and then I have a fourth bottle to do. So yesterday I was in the mood for a stout, and I had that Baltic Porter. And today I have no real amount of mood for anything in particular. So whatever this is, should be cool. Okay. Well, it looks like either an unfiltered New England style IPA or a wheat beer or something. Something you definitely can't see through. Yeah. So yeah, hazy, not quite like yellow milky, but approaching that. The head is just off white, small to some medium bubbles at the top there, all over the place. Kind of looks in the middle looks kind of soapy, but yeah, it definitely looks like it could be a New England style IPA. So I'm gonna get down here. Let's get into the aroma. Yeah, has that aroma too. Um, Good mix of some tropical fruit and some citrus. I get pineapple, some mango, and then a lot of that like sweet orange. It's been sitting out for a while now, so I'm hoping that I'm really getting everything this has to offer. It's not, too cold and masking anything. Yeah, so yeah, it's almost 50-50 when I'm getting citrus and when I'm getting tropical. Um, Based on the aroma, there's a few hops I wouldn't be surprised if it had some Citra in it, Mosaic, some Galaxy. None of that would surprise me. Um, Little bit of alcohol legs on there. I don't know if you can pick that up or not. Yeah, the head's kind of in the way. But so I wonder what the ABV might be. Let's delve into it. Cheers. Tastes familiar. So it's definitely lighter. Um, I've had some. Yeah, now it doesn't really have too much alcohol lacing. Legs, sorry. Definitely rind bitterness, lemon, grapefruit, some orange coming through, but definitely not just like a super orange juice kind of a beer at all. That tropical stuff I was getting nose, I'm getting a lot of that in the taste. So taste wise, oh, there's actually okay. There was some pineapple. All right, yeah, some pineapple's coming through. Kind of a little bit of that old school, like what I would call hoppy pineapple. Like if you um, somehow could infuse pineapple with like hoppy bitterness, but definitely that citrus and that zest is the main thing. Here's why I'm torn. I'm trying to use every advantage I can get. There are some legs on there, but it's drinking like a pale ale, like or like a light IPA. It definitely has not a watery taste at all, but it tastes lighter, and that level of bitterness is making me think it's a pale ale to a smaller IPA, where you're definitely having that hot bitterness not hidden by malting it high enough to get the ABV up. But then it kind of on the glass looks like it might be a little higher. So I'm gonna say, and the ABV is what's been coming. I'm gonna say 6%. I don't think there's any adjuncts besides maybe like wheat and oats and stuff to try to get that unfiltered look. The mouthfeel isn't, and again, it's not watery, it's not overly thin either, but it doesn't drink like a big double juicy kind of a beer. No idea on the brewery or anything. I mean, the Semi-Trillium and Night Shift, so I don't know if I've had the beer for sure, although it does taste familiar. I get a little bit like that New England yeasty kind of a thing. Yeah, I don't think it has an additional adjunct besides that stuff might be making it hazy and a little bit of maybe a little bit of mouthfeel. 6% I said right? Okay, I don't recognize the can art now. Oh, it does have Galaxy. Good. I'm glad I pulled out that pineapple. So it's Idle Hands, which they might have reviewed this recently. I think about it. Or he was talking about it. Did Sean post that he went to Idle Hands? One of them did, I think. So Galaxy 4 Scene, New England India Pale Ale, 6.6%. So I actually was in the ballpark for a change. Glad they're calling it IPA because it doesn't have that sweetness of a double. Doesn't have the ABV of double. And yeah, I get a lot of, and I'm glad the Nerdsense guys sent it. Let me read this side here. True New England style IPA loaded with hoppy citrus and tropical fruit flavors, sitting on a cloudy backdrop of light malt. Bitterness intentionally low to accentuate the intricate flavors. Intricate. How do you pronounce that word? Intricate. A lot of dead air. That's really good when you're doing videos. Flavors of the hops and promote a juicy character. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm going to disagree with some of that, obviously, based on what I tasted. It's about 3 weeks old. All right, so hoppy citrus. Yep, I said that blind. I still agree with that while I'm drinking it, knowing what it is. Tropical fruit, the tropical fruit flavors got more in the aroma, as I said. Um, did pull out the pineapple after I was kind of looking for it. Definitely got that, like I was saying, the New England style kind of yeast for sure. So that stuff I agree with. Light malt backbone, I agree with that as well. But this bitterness is intentionally low, intricate. What word was I don't remember how I was trying to pronounce it. First beer I've had today. Apparently it's a long day. Um, juicy character. Maybe it's because I've been like I don't drink juice, but lately I've been drinking juice because I've had a cold. It doesn't scream juicy to me, but that does seem kind of odd to say because I pulled out so much citrus and then that pineapple, which in liquid form would be called juice. So like I get it, but I wouldn't say it's super juicy. And if I'm thinking about it, usually it's double IPAs when they're a little sweeter that I kind of think are more juicy. So I guess, yeah, for IPA, I get that. I'm not going to dispute that with those guys. But the low bitterness, I mean, I think for a New England style IPA, this bitterness is at the very least average, if not slightly more than average. That's what I would argue is it's more than average. But to say it's low, I would disagree. But it's a good beer, super drinkable. I could crush this. Well, I guess I did drink it pretty fast. Um, and I would gladly. Sometimes I just kind of associate this stuff, these IPAs, with more like nicer weather. I would crush this beer. Nice day on the water at a lake, ocean, river, whatever you're doing on a boat, just hang out on the beach, whatever. Ideal beer for that. I would say this. This is good. That little bit of pineapple with a Galaxy that I know the guys from Nerdsense, Mike, had said. I know he got it from someone else, but he doesn't remember who. That like crushed pineapple, I got that just enough in there, fighting through the bitterness. Good beer. Thanks for sending it, guys. I feel like I did pretty good with this one. Thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it. Check them out. I gotta make sure I mention that. Put a link in the description below. And check me out on Instagram on Tapped. No hype beer reviews in both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.